Little market run. You know, just a little Sunday market run. The new ZA drink is probiotics, man. Vinegar, probiotics, man. Get some of those probiotics chomping in there, man. It's kind of going through a little change. I haven't smoked a cigarette in a week, and my just got backed up, man. You know, it's kind of trippy. So I got a bunch of probiotic stuff and a bunch of fiber. Changed the diet up a little bit. And I feel better already. So just trying to stay on top of that. It's been a week. I think I can stay on it and just kick, no problem. I just didn't buy any. Last time I was at the store, I just said forget it. I'm not buying any more smokes. Just see how it goes. I'm sure it'll be fine. I don't drink anymore, so that would be like the main trigger to have a cig. So I feel better. I've actually feel like I've worked on my stuff a little more. I've had just a little more boost of energy in the day and the weekend when I'm not out running. I'm around the house just doing stuff, and it feels all right, man. So anyways, yeah, it feels all right. Just came and got my GoPro and walking through my music studio, and there's a drum kit. I just recently cut a really good roots reggae track with a good friend of mine, so he's gonna get that just kind of licensed, just through his proper channels. I have the full studio set up here, and I'll record a good rough. I got mics, I got all my drums mic'd, and I'll give them a good rough to a click track, and then I'll go to the real studio place where the guys got killer mics and a full-on studio and turn in the for real drum track. But I can practice that here, and we did one, and it came out really good. I'm very excited about that. It's kind of how I do music now. It's kind of from the studio angle, which is fun. It's a new trip. It's not like being in bands. I don't have time to be in bands anymore. I was in bands in my my 20s and 30s and stuff. Or if I had a work schedule that got me done at 5:30 every day, I would still be in bands, multiple. But I don't. I can't make that commitment anymore, which is fine. I just work around it and outfit myself with studio equipment so I can get shit done. I can do what I can, just adapt to it. So there's a drum kit, and here's the synthesizers for beat making. I love the synthesizers. I haven't worked on the synthesizers for a while. I have a whole bunch of songs that are already done, and it's been fun playing drums. I haven't built any hip hop in a while. I'm fine with that. I have a bunch of songs that are already done, so I will get back to that at the right time. There's my sample library. I can pull from there. Lots of records. So I'm just taping right now to say hello. I like to at least say what's up to the nation at least once a week. So I'm just getting ready for a mission to the sand dunes next weekend. Christmas Valley sand dunes are southeast in the desert here in Central Oregon. Big old sand dunes. I've ran there twice. So we got ice pick here. We got some paddles on ice pick. I haven't actually ran the paddles in the sand, and I've already got some good tips on sand running. Watch your temperatures. Don't overdo it. Bring some air. Blow the clutch out. That's a really good tip. So I'll bring some air with me and just see if I can at least get a couple runs with old ice pick in the sand there. And I'm not just going to run ice pick. I'm going to go with a buddy from work who I've taken apart a couple quad racer motors with. We got the motors apart and everything. Looked at all the parts. We haven't actually started building the motor back up, but I have 2 spare quad racer motors in the back there, old Suzuki 2-stroke stuff. So before it starts raining here, we'll just take a look at my 87 here. I just started it. and I haven't ran it in a while. We paddled up. I'm sure it's running kind of lean, and there's probably a couple air leaks on the 87. It's treated me good on all the missions I've taken it out, and so far, but I don't take it on very far missions. You know, I just want to treat it with respect. I'd like to go through it, put a new intake boot on there, maybe a new pipe, because we are leaking. You know, we're quite obviously leaking, probably like right there. The carb does leak gas. I'm sure the carb needs to be rebuilt. This is the stock exhaust. I have all this stuff. I'll back up. I have another pipe. I have pretty much 3 of everything for these things. So I've yet to run my quad racer in the sand though. I've only just ran it on forest roads and stuff. A lot of fun. But this thing came pretty much ready to rip on the sand. And I just put on the K&N. There's no airbox on this. That's another reason why I might just leave this 87 here set up for the sand and just get to know the sand a little better. Why not? I don't really want to run my run this thing without an airbox. I like to run, if we're in dust, you know, I think it's better to run our dirt bikes with an airbox. So this thing's obviously set up for the sand. And so I'll actually finally be taking it to the sand this weekend. So I just kind of wanted to show what my next mission was. I got Henry the Hoopty Ford over there warming up. I'm going to just check the transmission fluid. Henry's transmission kind of, I think I'm leaking tranny fluid. The tranny's slipping. We got gas here. We're mixing I'm gonna mix gas for my stuff, like say an ice pick. This is 110 race. This is 92 non-ethanol. So I'll just do, here's a gallon can. So if I was filling up ice pick, I would just fill this can with half of this and half of that, half 110, half non-ethanol, and then I would go 28-to-1 with AMSOIL Dominator for old ice pick. And then same thing for the dirt bikes, for the 2-stroke dirt bikes. I'll just mix it 32-to-1 for the quad. That seems to be working for the quad. And then for my Z400, which is in the shop right now, which I don't even know why, it just died on me. So it's nice to be able to get out another bike and just forget about the one. You know, I'm fortunate to just grab another bike. I've just mixed half 110 and half 92, you know, just mix those for the Z400, and it seems to, the motor seems to really dig that. So yeah, I'm just trying to use non-ethanol fuel. So it's about what's going on here this weekend. So no running this weekend, just visited some friends yesterday, had a nice kickback picnic here in Central Oregon. There's a little group I found with some other friends. There's a lot of us here in Central Oregon that are from Hawaii. I was raised on Maui. My dad still lives there. And we went to a big picnic yesterday of islanders living in Bend, Oregon. There's a lot of people from Hawaii that live up here in this mountain town. It's because of the outdoors. It's like the beach, you know. It's just like the beach. Beach towns and mountain towns are kind of similar. Bend is a lot like Hawaii. It really is. The adventures are like right there. Right there. You don't have to drive that far. So there was a lot of island people yesterday. It was cool to kick back, share aloha, and just, you know, spend time kind of with my my surrogate family and just chill with them. And so I didn't run this weekend or skate or anything, just kicked back, went to the store, but just getting ready for that next run at Christmas Valley. So I think that'll go good, and I'm just going to keep preparing for that right now and get through a safe work week. So I just wanted to say peace, aloha everybody, and I will talk to you guys next time from down in the sand, man. Later on.